Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I have a really short video for you because this is actually an update of a node I already created and is available for you to download from the link in the description, as well as the link to the video of that original node that I created a couple of months ago. So this is an Inset node, and this old node was working, and this is the old node, as you can see, was working quite all right, as you can see. So we got that distance and we got that depth, and that was fine, but it had some limitations, and these were, well, first of all, if we go inside that node, you can see this setup is quite terrifying, if I may say, and that's because it was using that loop node kind of behavior. There is a video about that on my channel. I will put the link to that also, and it's not very clean, and unfortunately it had a limitations to maximum of 500 faces, and it also had these other node groups, and it was making a mess right here with all these extra node groups. The other limitation that was, well, kind of a deal breaker to make it a real Inset node as I would want it to be, was the fact that I only was able to make it work for individual faces. So he would practically take all the faces, and then it would inset the individual faces. But now, fortunately, we come to the new Inset node that creates, as you can see, a real inset. So we have this tick that sets the individual faces like the other one, but it also makes the inset of the whole geometry, and as you can see, it's working quite all right. We have the depth, that same depth, and we have the individual tick, and we have that offset even. So if you uncheck this offset even distance, then let's just say that these lines will not be parallel to the edges, but these lines will be of the same dimension. Let's just say that you will probably always keep it at offset even. And then we have the offset even depth, and this comes handy, for example, when you have like depth like this and you look it from the top, and you can see that this doesn't look right, but if you say offset even depth, then it looks good also in that case. Okay, and the last socket here is the selection, of course, and I will show you that in a second. And here on the output we have the geometry outputted, and then we have the selection for center faces, side faces, and unaffected faces, and you will also see that in a second. And let me just show you this in a couple of other geometries. So like this geometry, for example, let's just turn it on, and let's just set the thickness to maybe a smaller amount. Now let's set the depth to 0, and you can see that it's working perfectly also in this case. The next one is this circle, and this one, well, now we're getting a bit more complex geometry, but here also let's turn it on, and as you can see, it still works fine. We just need to set the thickness to a smaller amount, and as you can see, it's working fine. Let's try the depth, working perfectly, regardless of the complexity of the shape. And then the last test that I want to show you is this really weird one, and as you can see, if it works for this one, and it works, as you can see, we can even try, let's just say, okay, here is the node, and let's just add a material to the side faces, so we can set the selection, a material to apply it to the center faces, or for example the side faces, or none, and as you can see, still working fine. Thickness is changing accordingly, depth also. But I want to show you now this selection socket, and let's just try, for example, this selection, and this one selects only the faces that are on the positive X, and as you can see, it's working perfectly also. And here I can even show you the unaffected faces. So these are the other part of the geometry that's not being offsetted. And so side faces and of course center faces. And now let's just try this last selection socket, which selects the faces that are nearest to the center. And as you can see, this is a value. And as you can see, as I decrease the selection or increase it, everything changes in real time. So this is practically it. This is just an update, but it's a huge update. As you can see, I'm leaving the link for this node in the description. And why is this video so short? You know that in all my other videos, I always show you the inside of the node and I try to explain how I built that node. But this time you will forgive me because I am not able to explain this node and the complexity behind it. I will just open it for you for just a second. And this is, it's not that many nodes, but it's so complicated and so complex to explain that I will not even try. And we've already talked about the fact that not many of you watches the actual explanation of the node, and most of you are just happy to download the node and not worry about it. So I'm going to leave it at that. Let's just say that there's a lot of math involved. Okay guys, so that is practically it for this video. Another thing, in a couple of weeks I'm going to be uploading an add-on that's going to contain all of my nodes, all of these group nodes that I created. It's going to have more than 80-90 nodes. I'm not entirely sure now. And whoever bought any of my group nodes is going to have like a discount code to buy the add-on, and it's going to be very simple to use, just a shortcut and a menu that you will choose whichever node you need for your model. And that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.